This is the Business Experience Show, where we talk to entrepreneurs about the challenges and successes of starting, owning, or operating a business.
Welcome back to the Business Experience Show. I'm Lisa Caprelli. Also here with me is Brian Gapps and Steve Leigh. Today's guest is Maya Spielman. She is an artist, an acclaimed painter, and an ardent philanthropist. Hello, Maya.
Hi there.
Hi, Maya. I know you're very passionate about your charitable causes, but we would first like to talk about business a little bit. You've obviously been painting for a long time. How and when did it become a business for you?
You know, I was very blessed. At a young age, I felt the gift of painting was somehow given to me through the hand of my mother, who died at an early age. So when I attended my very first art class at age 21, I had been actually painting on my own. But in my very first class, I got my very first commission. And that was just really exciting, right into my first 2 weeks in school.
As everyone knows, being an artist is a tough field, and you are obviously passionate about it as reflected in your art, which is beautiful. How hard has it been to have a career in art?
You know, as in any creative endeavor, it definitely is an up and down cycle. So you may have a $20,000 month and you may have a $2,000 month.
Were you scared early on in your career that you were going to make it as a painter or not as an artist?
I didn't even have an opportunity to be frightened. After that very first commission, I ended up getting commissioned by Warner Brothers and a bunch of different companies within like about a year. And I went to LA and I was full speed, hit the ground running. And it then kind of hit some road bumps after that. But my career started so quickly. The talent was just there.
Right.
So, you know, the career followed naturally in the footsteps.
And you've talked about skipping the standard gallery route and really leveraged social media such as Facebook into a platform for promoting your art.
Well, let me first say that in the beginning of my career, there were many different directions that it went. Mm-hmm. So as with the recession, obviously I had to make changes, but I could go through the pathways of that, which is like a winding river. I will say that, you know, since the recession, I found new ways to work with my art through Facebook, and that became something that I've really developed on my own to stay outside of the gallery system by using that social media platform to just put my art there as an online gallery. It was the perfect method, and I think I can't even imagine what artists did before. And what I remember what I did before was the gallery system, which isn't the same. You don't have the same power. Now I get to do everything. I never have to leave the house to sell a painting. I get checks in the mail, so it's brilliant.
So since you don't go through the art gallery, how would someone go from admiring the work to actually purchasing it?
You know, I get checks in the mail from clients that find me all over the country, and that's just an amazing experience. Somebody that I've never met. I have friends now across the world that are like buying my art sight unseen, which is amazing. But I keep myself very exclusive, so I don't do that many shows. I try to keep my shows to charity events. Mm-hmm. So people that really want to see my work in person, I'll have shows every once in a while, but they really need to attend some of the charity events that I create or am a part of.
Well, I know you just recently came off a long break from painting due to a hand injury, and you took a little extra time coming back as you kind of rekindled your inspiration. Is it an easy balance between art and business for you?
I will say after my accident, I went through an emotional downward spiral. It was very difficult to lose your heart and your soul, which was my painting hand, which I always felt was a gift from God or the universe or the spirits. And to lose that, and you lose your sense of self and your sense of self-worth and your value in yourself. There was moments in there where I would cry and the pain was so bad in my hand. And I thought, how could this happen to me? There must be some lesson.
Right.
So now I'm using everything I can to find new ways of learning about empowerment and turning that around for myself. And coming back, I was able to paint the hand of Dalai Lama praying for a new series or a painting I'm doing on the leaders of world peace. And it was so amazing to watch my own painting hand that was broken and in a cast for 4 months, and to see it paint the hands of this great idea of this peace leader. It was the most amazing moment, and it brought my inspiration flooding back in a be.
And
That was it.
Business Experience Show listeners, you can see her artwork on mayagallery.com.
You know, I love this term here that you were referred to as the online as the painter of the stars. And, you know, of course, there's the Khloe Kardashian and Lamar Odom painting, which probably has the most publicity for you. But then there's others. There's Jack Nicholson and Clint Eastwood, Angelina Jolie, Marilyn Monroe, and many others. How do you decide to pick celebrities as the subject of some of these wonderful paintings?
Well, often I'm commissioned by those celebrities, or I paint them as pop art for clientele. The Chloe and Lamar painting, I like to say, has been seen hundreds of millions of times throughout TV, print, and web, including all of the Kardashian shows, E! News many, many times, TMZ most recently, and the National Enquirer. So that was really exciting for me to have an image that has impressioned so many people throughout the world. I've been in other countries and shown them that image and said, have you seen this? And they've seen it. So that's been amazing.
It's beautiful. Your art is phenomenal. You also do a wonderful job of painting professional athletes such as Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods, Muhammad Ali, Timu Salini, and you managed to capture the angst, intensity, and charisma of these champions. Is your mood or energy different when the subject of your painting changes, such as these competitors?
I've
Maya?
painted Kobe at least 10 times. I'm dying to meet him just because I feel his energy as he's flying through the air. I was so honored when he recently signed my painting of him, and we donated it to one of my charitable organizations, Big Brothers Big Sisters organization, and we were able to raise $6,000 for it. So I was thrilled, but it was so amazing to find that each time, every portrait that I've ever painted in my life, I'm taken over by their energy, and I sort of become them. Some of the greatest painters, like Michelangelo, have said, you're painting a portrait of yourself as you're painting that person. So each time I paint someone, and I've painted Marilyn Monroe 40 times, you take on that spirit, and you become that person.
And obviously, you've talked about publicity, and you're very good with the mechanics of it, and it leads to a trove of new opportunities for you, I would imagine, such as your recent deal to promote the tequila brand.
Dama Tequila. I've been asked to promote many different lines now, so including Water Vixen swimwear, Baracco Brazil, bikinis, Vixen eyewear. It's just been amazing to see how I'm getting those endorsement kind of deals.
Do some businesses ask you to paint their brand around what you do and just do your own thing?
Oh, absolutely. Margarita Lopez, Miss America in 1996, or Miss Mexico, I'm sorry. She is an amazing woman. She's just asked me to paint a cover photo for her Facebook, which is going to bring together her face with, her vegan chef cooking. So, I mean, it's just interesting how these things keep going on.
I love your artwork, and I think many of your listeners out there right now who know of your artwork know that there's a beautiful woman behind there that's actually painting these pictures, and it certainly helps your brand. Can you address the rumor, though, that you actually don't paint your own paintings?
It's hard to be talented and have that gift that you have and separate that from your outer appearance. And I've definitely made an effort to keep these two kind of together. This is just who I am. I love to be beautiful as a person inside and out.
And I want to add that you are a beautiful woman. And for someone that doesn't know Maya Spielman, she's a drop dead gorgeous woman.
Thank you, Lisa. You too.
Yeah, thank you. So I could see how people don't take you seriously because they think, oh, you're just like all beauty, no brains. And so based on Steve's comment that, people say, how can you do that? You're beautiful, you're talented, you're a philanthropist. Like what
my favorite story ever is Steel Platt, the owner of Yard House, the creator of Yard House Restaurants, actually made me sit in front of him and paint a little detail in the painting because he said, everybody says you're not the artist. And I said, honey, watch this. And I did it. And he said, I still don't believe you. That wasn't enough detail. He goes, I want to see more. So it's been a rumor. I am now going to take on this video revolution and do some videos this year of myself painting. So we've got to put it out there and let everybody see the real magic.
Well, you're really known for your modern abstract style. You also paint old masters, landscapes, and realistic styles also. You've really actually tapped into something that many successful artists have done. Eminem has talked about using his Slim Shady character to do and say things that he wouldn't normally do as Marshall Mathers. And you've created a persona that you inhabit to channel your creativity. You're her when you paint, model, promote, etc. But when you're out of the limelight, you're really a different person. This brash self-promoter is nothing like the real Maya Spielman I know that I've got to know here recently. And, I love the concept of you've done whatever it takes to become an empowered and basically a sexy persona that you can turn on and off as it's needed.
I was born in a treehouse in the jungle in Kauai in 1970. So I spent my early years naked running around the forest.
Is that really?
This is absolutely true. You
that
can
around
read
the
about
house.
it in my upcoming autobiography.
How do we miss that in the research?
This is real. This is real. So my deepest,
that's
truest
just
moment.
Be in your first page.
Absolutely. It will start out that way. During a hurricane, I might add, which
Right.
also became a newspaper article later. Very fascinating. But I believe that me being in nature is the truest form of me. Me being with my family in nature is number one, most important.
Right.
Me being the glamorous side of
Right.
myself, that is exciting. And that's something that we all love to kind of dress up and be that other side of
Sure,
ourselves.
absolutely.
But I think for everything in me, coming from the heart and having that real sense of
Right.
grounding is so important. In terms of the art, and when we go back to the Mona Lisa painting, I have a very strong belief that your grounding as in any profession must be based on your 10,000 hours of your hard blood, sweat, and tears.
Right.
Now, I painted the Mona Lisa. I copied it. Do you know it took me about 20 hours? Just like my Chloe and Lamar painting, I spent 40 hours
Right.
painting every detail to make it precise and lifelike. There is no shortcut to perfection, and I don't believe that we're able to
I
take
want to
that.
ask you a quick question because I paint not as much as you,
Yeah.
and I picked it up in the recent years. How do you know when to stop?
That is the hardest thing, and what I've learned with my abstract style is less is more. My best abstract paintings have almost no paint on them. If you were to take the absolute amount of paint
Yeah.
on my actual face that is on the foreground of the abstract painting, there's almost nothing there. It's the lightest detail and knowing exactly when to quit, which
Right.
is what I think turns an artist from an amateur to a professional.
Good. Thanks for the tip.
Maya, for you, the link between making money through work and giving to charity is interconnected, especially since your occupation is rooted in your heart and soul.
Yes.
We know you really care a lot about charitable causes, but there are two most near and dear to your heart. First is Big Brothers, Big Sisters, a national organization that has been doing great work mentoring underprivileged youth for many years. The other is a small group that really puts a focus on a cause which gets lost among a crowded field of notable cancer awareness organizations, and it is Max Love, found at givemaxlove.org, and they bring awareness and hope to children fighting cancer.
You know, with Max Love, I was so blessed to find this amazing family, and they have now become part of our family. Max is 5 years old, and he had a brain tumor, and they're dealing with his cancer now. He's doing really well. We just spent Thanksgiving with him, which was just an honor. I mean, I'm just so blessed to have him in my life. They are Max Love. Max, this 5-year-old, decided he wanted to start a charity to help other kids like him with his mommy. So their focus is based on the emotional side of how to deal with children in their emotional state and how hard that can be. Also, dealing with some holistic approaches like, different types of healthy eating programs, and they focus on superfoods and how that has really helped Max through his pain and suffering, and other children like him. In addition to that, my other charity that I'm so believing so strongly in is the Big Brother, Big Sister organization, which really talks about really finding a child and changing them from the beginning, helping them learn to be a new person based on, the teachings of a mentor that would be someone that has experienced life and can show them something they may not find in their normal life. I experienced this in my own life. I found a young girl who was a friend of mine, a neighbor, and I really was able to show her a new way of living, which she didn't have in her own life. I've seen the change in her, and I am so grateful again to have her in her life, in my life, to see the successes she's created, maybe because in part having met me and allowing me to really help her along. So Big Brother, Big Sister is just so important for us in our world.
I know we're getting towards the end here, but in the last minute or so, just tell everybody out there, what do you want to be known for?
My heart, number one. That is all that matters. As I did lose my mother at a young age, I really believe in love and the power of healing the world through love, through peace, through beauty. And these things are synonymous together. We could all be a little bit more warm, friendly, loving towards each other. That's all we need to do. My art is just coming through my hands, through those messages. So I would hope to continue to paint amazing paintings and show the world a little bit more beauty and love and peace.
And you can see Maya's beautiful paintings and follow her philanthropy at mayagallery.com. Maya, you wanted to give a quick shout out. You have time.
Well, I just wanted to say, number one, please come join Big Brothers Big Sisters organization, and please look to givemax.org. Please. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for being with us, Maya Spielman. We've got to take another quick break. For more information about Maya Spielman, go to mayagallery.com. To reach the Business Experience Show, you go directly to thebusinessexperienceshow.com. You're listening here on Sports Radio AM 830 KLAA with me, Lisa Caprelli, Steve Leigh, Brian Gapps. We'll be right back.
Do you need to sell your house quickly? Do you need to sell your house today for all cash with no agents, no fees, no fix-up, no endless showings and confidentially? Then welcome to All Cash Offer, where selling your house is as easy as making a phone call. We do the rest. We buy any type of real estate for all cash, can close the escrow within 7 days or sooner. Or you take advantage of our full price offer. You heard right. We'll buy your house fast for full price. Call All Cash Offer now at 310-541-9300 or visit us at allcashoffer.com. That's allcashoffer.com.
Are you looking to shift your business in 2013? Would you like to know how to leverage social media to maximize your valuable time spent? Join us on January 19th from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Concordia University in Irvine and be part of the innovative Helping 100 Businesses for 100 Days program in alliance with Orange County cities, chambers, and local business groups. Sign up today. Go to thebusinessexperienceshow.com for the 100 Days sign-up form.
We're the Business Experience Show, here to help your business grow through change and innovation. Help us spread the word about our radio show. Please visit thebusinessexperienceshow.com.